Technology has gone too far when your refrigerator needs a software update. I opened my microwave the other day and half expected it to ask me to accept cookies. That would have been a great thing, come to think of it, accepting cookies from my micro. Never mind. Welcome back to the Daily Creek. Wisdom with a side of ibuprofen. I'm Jay. I'm so glad you could join me today. While growing up, technology used to mean a TV with rabbit ears and a phone attached to the kitchen wall with a cord so long Mom could cook dinner, wash dishes, and do laundry all at the same time while talk on the phone. Now your watch tracks your heartbeat, your car talks back to you, and even drives you around, and your phone somehow knows you were thinking about buying lawn chairs before you even knew you wanted them. And somehow, every single thing needs a password. Two-factor authentication, and your firstborn. I now have passwords for my bank account, my doctor, my pharmacy, my grocery store, my email, my television, and apparently my thermostat too. Here's my big secret. They are all the same. I got it figured out. At this point, I'm one security update away from being locked out of my own toaster. But despite all the headaches, technology really has changed life for us seniors in some pretty amazing ways, especially when it comes to healthcare. Now, let's give credit where credit is due. Telehealth has been a game changer for a lot of us. For decades, a simple doctor appointment could become an all-day event. I did one of those yesterday. You'd get dressed, drive across town, sit in a waiting room beside a guy who sounds like somebody trying to start a lawnmower, then wait for 40 minutes just to hear, "Everything is good, Jay," and you keep taking your medication. Now, sometimes you can do the whole appointment from your recliner. Now, honestly, that's progress. Telehealth helps a lot of people. It helps seniors with mobility issues, people recovering from surgery, caregivers who are juggling schedules, folks who live in rural communities, and anybody who thinks putting on real pants before noon is an act of aggression. You can check in with your doctor, review medications, discuss symptoms, and even get prescriptions renewed without leaving the house. You don't even have to use the phone. For some seniors, that's not just convenient, it's independence, and that's what really matters, doesn't it? Because one thing many retirees fear is losing control over their daily lives. Technology, when it actually works, can help people stay in their homes longer, manage chronic conditions better, and stay connected to healthcare providers without exhausting travel. Now, obviously, telehealth doesn't replace everything. If your arm's hanging backwards or you swallowed a Lego, you probably need to see somebody in person. But for follow-ups, routine care, mental health visits, medication management, and just simple consultations, it's incredibly useful. And let's be honest, there's something satisfying about ending a doctor visit by clicking a red button instead of trying to climb off crinkly paper while you're wearing an open-backed gown. Hey, do me a favor and take one quick second to hit the thumbs up button and click subscribe. It really helps the channel. Of course, technology always gives with one hand and confuses with the other. Because the second you try to actually use any of this stuff, that's when the nonsense begins. Every website wants a password that's a minimum of 8 characters in length, along with a special character, a capital letter, at least one number, two-factor authentication, a verification code sent to your phone or some other device, and your dog's blood type. And heaven forbid you forget your password, because now you have to change it. And heaven forbid the new one is even remotely close to the old one. Oh no. Your new password cannot match your previous password. I don't even remember my previous password or my current password. Half of us seniors now have notebooks filled with login information written like Cold War spy codes. You open a drawer and find a sheet of paper that says, "Bank password, capital B, lowercase g, exclamation point, possible ham sandwich." Nobody's going to figure that out. Lucky there are dozens of password manager apps and interfaces available for your computer or your phone. But guess what? They all need passwords to get in and use. Great. Don't even get me started on updates. Every time I finally learn how to use something, they redesign the entire screen. You spend 6 months learning where the settings button is, then suddenly after an update, it's hidden under a symbol that looks like a tiny waffle. And technology instructions are never helpful. The computer says, an unknown error has occurred. Oh, well, thank you, detective. That narrows it down. I was in IT for a number of years, and no, that really is not helpful. Or you can call customer support, and a 19-year-old tells you, it's super easy, in an accent so thick you need an interpreter on your phone to descramble what he just said. You know, what else used to be called super easy? Assembling patio furniture. 3 hours later, you're crying in the garage, holding leftover screws. But here's the important thing. Being frustrated by technology does not mean you're bad at learning. It means technology changes constantly. Even younger people get overwhelmed by it. The difference is they grew up updating apps every 12 minutes, while most seniors grew up fixing things with duct tape and common sense. Like it or not, nearly everything runs online. Banking, healthcare, travel reservations, prescription refills, insurance, communication with family, government services, grocery shopping. Even restaurant menus now require scanning a QR code that looks like a crossword puzzle created by robots. And because so much of life is digital now, learning a few basic tech skills really matters. Not because seniors need to become computer experts or anything like that. Nobody's asking grandma to hack into the Pentagon, but knowing the basics can make life dramatically easier. Things like, how to recognize scam emails. That's a big one. How to use video calls. How to refill prescriptions online. And how to use maps and navigation. How to protect passwords with those password managers. And how to avoid clicking giant flashing ads that say, you have won a free cruise. Spoiler alert, you did not win the cruise, and you never will. So don't ever click on that garbage. If a pop-up ad says your computer has 47 viruses and a man named Steve from Nebraska urgently needs to access your device remotely to fix it, close the window. One of the biggest dangers for seniors today is technology itself, and it's scammers using that technology. There's phone scams, email scams, text messages pretending to be banks, people impersonating grandchildren needing money. These scammers are professionals. They're manipulative and convincing, which is exactly why learning even basic tech awareness is so important. A little knowledge today prevents huge problems tomorrow. And here's the good news. The seniors doing best today are not necessarily the youngest, fastest, or most tech savvy. They're the ones who stay curious. That's the secret. Curiosity keeps people engaged. Learning keeps the brain active. Trying new things builds confidence. You don't need to become a computer genius. You just need enough knowledge to stay connected with your family, manage your health care, protect yourself from scams, watch cat videos at midnight, and order vitamins online without accidentally buying alpaca feed. And honestly, every senior already possesses something technology can't teach. That's patience, experience, judgment, and common sense. Most younger people open 17 apps simultaneously, but panic if the Wi-Fi hiccups for 2 seconds. Meanwhile, we survived rotary phones, paper maps, station wagons without seat belts, and television antennas wrapped in aluminum foil. Honestly, I used to be able to get HBO with foil wrapped around my rabbit ears. It was awesome. You can absolutely learn how to use FaceTime. One step at a time is enough. Ask questions, write things down, practice, Ignore anyone who makes you feel embarrassed for learning slowly. Everybody starts somewhere. There are resources in your town where you can go to learn basic computer and technology skills. Your senior center is probably offering classes right now. AARP might be a good resource for you. Check out your local public library. Of course, maybe you have a nerdy grandchild you can ask for help. They're good for something. And remember, every teenager who looks confident with technology is one forgotten password away from emotional collapse. Well, I think that's going to do it for the Daily Creek today. If you enjoyed this episode, share it with someone who still has their passwords written on the back of an electric bill from 2017. Stay curious. That's the secret. Stay connected and try not to yell at your printer. We'll see you next time. I'm Jay. This has been the Daily Creek, Romans 10:9.